but even more importantly, thank you for all helping out. You know, I mean, I look out here, people have done so many different things in the campaign and volunteering and just, you know, either can't give a contribution or did phone calls or knocked on doors or just everything you can think of. And that's what really makes the difference. And it's the kind of campaign when I started this I wanted to go on. I wanted something where I would go out and knock on doors and introduce myself to people and listen to people and talk to people and have that same kind of interaction. So, I mean, my gratitude goes out to all of you because it wouldn't be possible without that. But I also want to, I need to really draw attention. You know, I could just sit here and roll off, you know, faces and names and people when I've done things and all, and that would be great. But I have 3 people in particular I really need to draw attention to, and because this really wouldn't be possible without that. And ma'am.
There she is.
So, you know, I couldn't be doing this if it wasn't without my wife, Kathy. I mean, she's encouraged me. She helped me all along. It's just the foundation, a rock, really to build upon. And I just, you know, I just can't say it. I would not even be running if it wasn't for her. So it's not. It's not about winning. It's just about even running.
It was her birthday too.
And it was her birthday yesterday.
Yeah. Good. Next year.
So, you know, if I get in office and you don't like what I'm doing, you know, it's not all my fault. But no, not really. I couldn't do it without her. Just fantastic. And also in addition, you know, I couldn't have gone this far in this whole election without Leonie.
Yay!
All, you know, anybody who's worked in this campaign knows you worked with Leonie, and we've been working together now for 16 months. Or was it July of 21? I had somebody else planned and worked with him for a bit, and then something came up and he had to leave, and I go, wow, what am I going to do? You know, and here Leonie was recommended to me by Kate Daniels, and I go, Leonie? I go, well, she seems so young. I'm sorry, it was an ageist thing. And believe me, I learned right away, if I had something you really need to be done, Leonie could do it. Leonie would get it done, and she'd do the next step down the line.
Yeah.
You know, it just, she knows what to do. And I have absolute trust in her completely. And I'll tell you, she will be on my staff because I wasn't going to let her go. And then I had the secret weapon. And it was, I didn't know how this was going to turn out in the beginning, but it turned out really, really well. Christopher, come up here.
Whoa. Here's a secret weapon.
This is my son, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
He's 22. He's never taken a graphic arts class in his life. He did the science. He does every piece of literature we have. We did things in-house.
Yeah.
And I would put ideas together with Kathy and a few other people and present it to him. All our mailings, all the literature he had, anything you ever saw came from him.
Beautiful. Beautiful artwork.
including the logo, which everybody says is the best logo of this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And that's really his specialty. So, you know, if you need something done, I mean, I've encouraged you. He needs to go in this direction because
He's
he has
out of
a real
work tomorrow, huh?
He has a real talent, and I was wondering, you know, we got towards the end of the campaign, I had to put a mailer out in a hurry, and you know, whether he's going to pull it through okay, and he did. He did it on time. He just did fantastic. Couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
So, you know, this whole campaign, I decided to run. I was going to really run it on my terms. And we did something in this whole campaign that's really unique, particularly in this day and age. It didn't have a political consultant. And you look at everybody else that runs in a race like this, where you raise several $100,000, they use political consultants. They want to run polls, they go through, they want to develop the messaging for you. I tried that with one that I thought was going to understand that all we wanted to do was have somebody who was going to help out in the technical, and that the strategy and the ideas were going to come from here, because I live here. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of these consultants, they don't live here. They're out of the county, and it's, you know, for them, getting a winning candidate is more like selling a bar of soap than having somebody who wants to really go and do something good for a community. So that didn't work out, and that consultant, and I went through quite a few just to pick that one. That one didn't work out. So everything we did was really put together for me and local people. Mm-hmm. And that's really liberating in a way, because it lets you go through and not have somebody sort of pulling your strings as a puppet a little bit. And I think that's part of what's happened in politics a lot here in the last years. As I've gone through and I knocked on 10,000 doors this whole campaign, I don't know if anybody's ever done that in this county before. Nobody should do it again. But, you know, I realized that a lot of people who get elected to office get elected because of political consultants. And then they become sort of risk averse, and they become a little bland. And the purpose they were thinking of running for has now shifted to just the idea of winning. I never wanted to get that idea. And I'm rather grateful that of all the contributions that we were getting, we used. It was coming from regular people, coming from some businesses, coming from people that lived right here in this community. I didn't take a single dollar from PACs. I didn't single dollar from special interest. And what I was really proud of is just having a real broad, diverse group of people backing us. And you know, and that's you folks. And so again, I'm just really grateful for everybody, for your support, and looking on here into the future. Thank you.
Well done. Very proud.